What's up? How you doing? I'm making this video right here to touch on some issues going on with chicken specifically. I just want to, sometimes I bounce all over the place and I want to break down chicken in its own light so that, it has its own spotlight. I don't want it being overshadowed by red meat or pork or anything else at the current moment. Let me start off by saying this. When I first became vegan, the first thing I did is my apologies. When I first stumbled upon the negative image of the industry and I did all the research about what goes on in the meat industry, I made my choice to become vegan. But before I did that, what I did was I did probably what you're about to do. As soon as you hear about the chemicals and the way the animals are treated and this, that, and the third, you want to hold on to your spicy chicken sandwich. You want to hold on to your grilled chicken. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, morally, you want to feel like you're actually doing something. So what you do is you go out there and you buy organic, grass-fed. You know what I mean? So you feel like you're doing something. And I understand that because I did the same exact thing. And for about, I don't even know if it lasted 2 months, but I did the same thing. And what I noticed was I'd go out to buy the chicken, and instead of me being able to get, the big variety, huge pack of chicken and spend like $9, now I had to spend $9, but I got 3 breasts, and I was looking at that and I was sitting there asking and saying to myself, like, okay. And this is at the time where, I was an avid meat eater. I ate the meat and ate the chicken. And I was just thinking to myself, okay, let me just get this meat and maybe if it has some kind of new chicken flavory pop or something nah. When it came down to it, you go to the store, I'd grab the meat and I'd look at it, you know what I'm saying? And I'd read the ingredients on there and the nutrition facts. And the thing that stuck out to me was this. If I read the nutrition facts and the cholesterol and saturated fat content on regular chicken, and I read the ingredient and saturated fat content on organic chicken, they matched. All right, and so basically right there was that told me that I thought I was doing something by paying more for that stamp that they put on there, but really, was I actually doing more for my body or was I doing more for my ego and my morale? You get what I'm saying? Because when I ingested that chicken into my body, my gallbladder didn't say, oh, I don't have to worry about that. That's organic fat. Nah, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? My arteries wasn't like, oh, we getting clogged up? Oh, that's that good organic fat. That's that good organic cholesterol. They didn't say that. And so I had to just think about the relationship I was having with food and my body. And then that's when I made the decision that, one, I'm doing the same exact thing to my body, whether I'm getting it organic or not. 2, I'm paying 3 times the price. So I'm paying 3 times the price to do what I was doing to my body before, just to trick myself into thinking that I'm actually doing something different. You're not doing anything different. When it comes down to it, just let the chicken go. Okay? I'm here to tell you what's going on so that you can't tell yourself that you don't know better. So that you can actually just make a better decision. All right? When you go to the supermarket and you look at chicken and it says it's 100% vegetarian fed and it's it's cage free and it's organic and it's all BS. It's all BS and it's all bullshit. Okay? Because what they do with this whole cage-free thing is they will literally have these chickens outside of a cage, packed inside of a warehouse, walking around on dead chickens, on feces, in their own waste matter, and they'll call that cage-free as if that's better, or as if they're walking around doing something more special. Okay? The feed that they give them is still the same exact garbage feed. You have to ask yourself something. There is no way in hell these individuals, okay, the number one thing that they use where they lose most of the money, think about it. The chickens are going to make chickens. Regardless of that, the chickens are going to make chickens. They're going to make chickens, okay? The chickens are just going to keep on coming and keep on coming. But what are you going to have to put into those chickens to make sure that they grow, to make sure that you get a yield out of your crop? You're going to have to put feed into them. Do not think for 1 second this multi-billion-dollar industry is making sure that they give your chicken nice, organically, wonderfully fed, delicious, worms, insects? You got to think about that sometimes. Sometimes you got to think about the bottom line. And when it comes down to it, they don't give a shit about you. That's why your quote-unquote cage-free chickens are just rolling around the warehouse in their own garbage. Okay? When you have to go and eat a chicken, what you have to go and eat is you have to go eat the despair, the emotional destruction, the anxiety, the fear, everything that goes on with that chicken, you eat it. Sometimes I'm looking at chicks with thinking they thick and all this other stuff with all these, fellas too, they eat lumpy booty, or they got like the chunky, thin leg, then the leg come up to like a big thigh, thumpy leg, into like a weird body in this womp loop shape. Y'all gotta understand something. You are what you eat. Y'all eating these oblong shaped chickens with all pumped with all these growth hormones, because these chickens, they're making these chickens grow 65 times faster than they're supposed to grow. They don't got time for the chicken to wait for these months, this, that, and the third. No, Chick-fil-A needs it now. Wendy's needs their spicy chicken sandwich now. Your fat ass needs your chicken now. So they are trying, and this is why I'm speaking to you, because they are trying to feed your habit. They're pushers. This is a drug. They're pushers. Y'all out here on the street, and y'all need your fix. Y'all need the best chicken. Like, what you got? You got that fried? I need that, man. What you got, that baked? Yo, I need that. Yeah, my man down the block, he got that Parmesan over there at Geno's. I need that. Y'all some fiends. So basically what they're doing out here is they're trying to appease you. And by doing that, they're in the laboratory. They're pumping them up with all kinds of stuff. They're doing the craziest stuff out there. But what y'all are forgetting is when they say you are what you eat, you are exactly what it is you eat. That is exactly why, okay, a lot of you have heart issues. You have heart issues. Your mom has a heart issue. Your dad has a heart issue. If you're not, you're going to have a heart issue. What they actually researched was 5% of chickens studied before the 42-day mark had a 5% of them had a chance of heart failure. What they didn't actually tell you is they did research after that, and even after that, if you were to come and save a chicken after it's been in a factory farm for 6 weeks, and you were to take that chicken and try and take it home and just nurse it back to health and just have it just be a nice little chicken that just chills in the backyard and does its clucking and stuff, you wouldn't be able to, because that chicken would be dead in under 2 to 3 months. That chicken would be dead under 2 to 3 months because they would have already pumped that chicken up with so much hormones and garbage and crap that the chicken grew big. Okay, the chicken grew big. Its heart didn't grow big. Its heart could not keep up with the hormones that they were putting inside of it, and it couldn't compensate. The heart is being overworked. And that basically is why that happened. The same exact thing that is happening to the chickens is the same exact thing that has happened to the wrestlers. All your favorite wrestlers throughout your life. I don't even think a wrestler ever even makes it to the age of 60, let alone past that age. They don't get there. None of them get there. They don't get there. And if they do even get anywhere near close to there, they're done. Okay? You love John Cena? Love him now to death because he's done. You love Dwayne Johnson, The Rock? Love him to death now because he's done. You know what I'm saying? They're done. When I'm telling you right now they're done, they're done. All right? They're finished. Okay? I don't even know how Arnold Schwarzenegger even made it this long, but most likely it's because he just got dumb money. But they're done. You cannot live that lifestyle that you live and put that burden on your heart and expect it to actually last. And that's what y'all doing out here. And you keep telling yourself the dumbest thing I've ever heard in the history of time, and that's that it runs in my family. Let me explain something to you right now. The only thing that runs in your family is stupidity. Okay? That's it. The only thing that runs in your family is stupidity. You got to be pretty stupid to eat. Your grandfather died of this, ask him what they ate. Your dad died of this, ask him what they ate. Your uncle had a heart attack about this, triple bypass, ask him what they eat. Okay? I guarantee you if you ask them, they're not going to say, yeah, I was vegan for that long and my heart failed. Fuck no, it's not. Your heart can't fail if the pathways are clear and everything's pumping right and everything's operating the right way. It's not going to happen. That doesn't make any sense. It's just, It's logical, simple things here, simple questions that we have to ask ourselves. You are what you eat. These chickens are dying of heart failure. What is one of the main staples in your diet? It's chicken. That's what you're eating. And you're sitting around looking around like, I don't know why this is happening. I think this runs in my family, and I think that runs in my family. Nature is not that evil. Okay? Mother Nature gives every single person a fair chance. That means if I come into this world and my dad dies of a heart attack because his dumb ass just couldn't put down the bacon cheeseburgers, that does not mean I have to suffer from the same fate. Do you not understand that? I can change my fate as long as I know that I cannot continue to eat my mom's and grandma's old recipe of death. You can't just be sitting out there doing everything your father did expecting different results. It's not going to happen. It does not run in your family. All right, so let's just get that out of our heads right now. Okay? The problem is the recipes. The recipes and the lack of knowledge when it comes to what it is you're putting inside of your body. All right? From now on, when you go out, if you want to make a decision and you want to eat something, you don't make a decision to eat something that's dead. Okay? If you want to transition over from being vegan, okay, from eating chicken, you have to educate yourself on the life of the chicken. What is done to the chicken? What happens to the chicken before it makes it to my plate? What is it I'm eating? What happens to that chicken? How is it tortured? How is its throat slit? How is it dipped inside of a boiling vat of hot water, to soften it up so the feathers can be plucked off? You need to understand how much suffering, torture, and misery has to go into your food, and then you have to be able to recognize that. Okay? That's what you need to do to transition into the new level. You have to actually connect with your food on an emotional level. That's basically what you have to do. You have to actually become compassionate. A lot of people go, I don't really know how to transition over to this vegan thing. I don't really know how you did it. You know what I actually did? I actually watched some videos and, I actually, my heart was beating. I felt it beating. I felt the compassion for those animals. And because I felt the compassion for those animals, I said, you know what? I can't eat them. No, I can't eat her son. No, I cannot watch that happen. No, that is not right. When it comes down to it, you just look and go, no, that is not right. Okay, now what am I going to do to change that? You transition. Simple.